Hello twin flames and welcome to the DM to DF reading for Tuesday. So we've been getting some very powerful messages from the masculine, not only today but over the last few days. So I'm going to bring in two decks today. I'm going to bring in Divine Masculine Dark Truths and the Karmic 101. So this is also going to really help anyone dealing with a karmic situation. You know, if your masculine is with someone else, or you're worried if they're with someone else, you're wondering what's going on. This will give some answers into what's going on and what they want you to know. And they're going to address what dark truths they're going through, you know, what they're facing, what they're understanding, what they're learning right now. So thank you, angels. What do the masculines want the feminines to know? Wow. A lot of passion then today. Jumped out the deck, okay? Lost. What's going on, please, angels, with the karmic situation? What do the masculines want the divine feminine to be aware of? What do the divine masculines want the divine feminine to be aware of? Thank you, thank you. So, look at this, okay? I lust for you. I lust for you. Now, when the masculines are frustrated with their lives or they're feeling angry about their situation, they lust for you, okay? Their primal feelings and thoughts and emotions and desires come to the front of everything. And there's been this real energy where the masculine is kind of repelled by people around them. You know, they're pushing those people away. Maybe they're feeling violated and he's lusting for you. So he's letting you know that he only desires you. And it's very important that you know that, especially if they are in a situation that's affecting, you know, the way you see things. So if you're seeing things on social media, it's upsetting you. You know, if you're thinking, oh, you know, he chose her over me. There's none of that in spiritual truth. It's never a choice between the divine feminine and someone else or something else. It's the masculine needing to choose themselves. And when they choose themselves, they always choose the divine feminine because you are one. And it's really important that you know that. So I lust for you. When I look at you, this means whether he's looking at you in person, online, at your photograph, on your social media. When he looks at you, sometimes my desire takes me over. And that primal need for you makes me want to rip off your clothes and have you right there. So he has all this desire for you and he fantasizes about you. And sometimes when he can't act on that, he acts crazy. He may push you away because he wants you so much. And it's really important that you take a step back if you're being triggered by anything and you understand it from their point of view, becoming the observer. What is really going on here? What is he really working through here? How is he really feeling about me? And when you take a moment to process, you realise this truth. And he can act crazy sometimes. He can block you, push you away and say crazy things because he doesn't know how to handle what he's feeling. It's very primal. It's very animalistic. It's very, you know, kind of ancient energy that he's tapping in with here. He's saying to you, I'm interested. So he is letting you know he's interested in that way. And some of the times we think the masculines don't feel the same that we do, or don't want us or desire us the same way that we do. You know, we wonder, is it actually reciprocated, this love? Does he just want a friendship with me? You know, if he said, oh, I just want to be friends, remember, that may be all he can offer to you right now. It doesn't mean he isn't interested. Or if he's blocked you or ghosted you or he's ignoring you, thinking, well, he just doesn't care. He is interested. He's actually interested way more than you know. And sometimes that can be the problem until he's ready to face up to his life and his situation and make changes. I know that you are focusing on other things. So I really picked up on this yesterday in the Divine Masculine reading that, you know, feminines, if you're going anywhere, doing anything, if you're making plans, if you're going on holiday or vacation, or you're busy doing you, working on your practices, your spiritual beliefs, your dreams, he's saying, I know you are focused on other things and it makes me curious about what you are doing. I want to share your dreams. So this is why it's so, you know, important to give back to you, because when you're focusing all of your energy on the divine masculine, you know, they feel that energetically. And, you know, they don't feel the need to find out what you're doing because they feel your energy already there. Whereas if you're taking your energy away from them, and it doesn't mean blocking them or moving on from them or any of that. It just means thinking, what do I want today? What do I need today? What's right for me? So you put the focus on yourself. So you make yourself a priority. And then you are giving yourself self-love and self-care and self-healing. And you feel good. And you start thinking, wow, I wish I'd have given myself this attention yesterday. You start feeling good. So you start giving yourself anything that you are craving from others, realizing that there is nothing that you can't support yourself with or give to yourself. So you're giving to yourself. And he's saying, wow, I'm interested in what you're doing. Where are you? Where have you gone? Please don't give up on me. So maybe worrying that you're moving on, but you aren't. You're just giving back to yourself. And that's healthy. That makes it equally balanced. Because when we're overgiving, we get depleted and we feel drained and we struggle and we go into fear. So when we're giving back to ourselves, we are filling up our own cup and we're replenishing ourselves. And that's very enticing to your twin flame. So he's saying, I'm curious about what you're doing. And he's curious about what you're doing because he wants you. And he lusts for you and he hungers for you. And he's saying, I want to be the one sharing your dreams. I want to be the one spending time with you. I want you. So it also makes him take action towards you. And he's apologizing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. I wanted to be, but I was afraid of letting you down. It's really important that you understand that too, because he does want to be there for you during those special occasions or when you're going through some kind of pain or loss or grief. When you need him, when you're feeling ill, when you just want him to be there for you and listen to you and love you. And he hasn't been able to be and he's pulled back from you. He's apologising for that. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me to be. I wanted to be, but I was afraid of letting you down. And the masculines do fear that. They're afraid that, if they show you their love and give to you in that moment, then, you're going to expect that to be the way it is. And some of the masculines aren't able to give that to you at the moment 24/7. So he wants to be in a position where he can give to you freely. And he respects you enough to kind of take his energy back until he can give that to you. And we don't really understand that when we need them. We just need them. But when we see, he's actually protecting me in his own way, he's actually respecting me in his own way, you relax and breathe, because there's going to be plenty more birthdays to share. There's going to be plenty more Christmases, plenty more Valentine's Day, Thanksgivings, plenty more times to be together. And they're giving me fear because it's also the times that he wanted to be there for you. Maybe you've messaged him and said, I'm not feeling very well, or I'm going through something big in my life, and just a hello back or how are you or hope you're okay or I'm sending you love would have been sufficient, but he didn't even give that to you. And that's because he may not have known in that moment how to respond to you, what to say. Sometimes they just can't find the right words, and he's saying that to you too. I want to respond, but I can't find the right words sometimes. I'm doing better now. I'm doing the best I can to find the right words. Yeah, look at this. Let me message you. So he's saying to you, if I don't reply, I'm planning what to say. And this is what I'm feeling. He's apologising for those times where he hasn't replied. And we've gone a bit crazy because of that. And we've all been there. Or the times where we've sent a message, not received a reply, so we've bombarded him with messages. Message after message after message. They've started off nice and light, and then they've gone into pain and struggle. And I know that firsthand because I've done it myself. Fine then, if you don't want me, I'm moving on, get on with your life. We go into those, it's like that energy where we're trying to get a response in a way. We think, oh, well, fine then, And he's saying, if I don't reply, I'm planning what to say. I get stressed when you message me again asking what's wrong, because nothing was wrong. But now it is, because I feel paranoid I have done something wrong. Don't rush me. So it's again about trusting that he will reach out to you at the right time in the right way for the right reasons, not because he feels pressured or rushed to reply, or, he feels he has to give something to you, or he feels that, he needs to be there for you. He wants to do it his way, in the right way, which is always the right way, because you don't want him messing you around. You don't want him hurting you again or failing you again. You want him to be in a very equal, balanced energy so he can give to you everything that you give to him in equal measure. So he's saying to you, let me message you. So big sign he's reaching out. And this came up yesterday. I am contacting you. Trust me, have faith. And as a divine feminine, we have to learn to let the masculine take that lead back. We have to learn to release control, because we try to control it. That's what we're doing when we're constantly reaching out or sending that extra message or bombarding them with messages, because we want it to happen our way. We're trying to control it. We're waiting for a reply. We want a response. We're trying to make it happen. And he's saying, please don't rush me. Let me do it my way. I have all this desire and lust for you and I want you, but I must do it my way. So in karmic situations, the energy is, and remember this deck is written from the masculine to the karmic partner. So he's saying, I have things to work out. Now I love that, because that's a message to the karmic situation, but it's also to you. So if any of you are watching and there's no karmic partner, or nothing that you can really see stopping him from coming forward apart from his own fear, he's saying to you, I have things to work out. He's working out how he feels. He's working out what to say. He's trying to find the words. He's working out what you're doing, because he's curious about you. And he's asking you to let him message you. He's also working out how he feels, because he's dealing with all this kind of primal energy in him that's making him frustrated and angry, because he longs for you in that way. I have outgrown our relationship. He's saying this to his karmic partner. He's saying this to his boss. He's saying this to anyone he's around. I have outgrown our relationship. He's not saying that to you. He's letting you know he's outgrown things in his life, because he's growing up and he's realizing who he is, and he's finding himself, and he's interested in you and what you're doing, because you're on his wavelength. And I stayed there for the wrong reasons. I know that now. So these are the things he has to work out. He's working out how he can change his life, because he knows he's outgrown people and situations and relationships in his life. And he knows that he's moving towards you, and he's moving towards that relationship with you, which he is growing into. And he's also realizing he stayed where he is for the wrong reasons, which could be connected with money, children, comfort zone, fear. Fear can make us do crazy things. Fear makes us miserable. Fear, makes us stuck sometimes. It's that flight or fight response too. We freeze sometimes. We freeze because we're afraid. We don't know what to do. So we either run away or we freeze. And he's done that too. Both of those things. The freezing is where he hasn't done anything at all. He's just remained stuck. The flight is where he's run from you. So remember, he is interested in you. And I really recommend that you watch today's Divine Masculine reading if you haven't already, because it's going to blow your mind. The energy is very powerful. He's promising you union. He's asking you not to give up. He's letting you know he cares. So trust this journey. He is interested. And don't be surprised if he's lurking around your social media, or he's lurking around your house. Well, not your house, but he's lurking around where you live, or he's driving past, or he's around, because he's curious what you're doing. Why? Because you're focusing on you. You're giving back to you. You're working on your dreams and your goals and your passions. And that's how he should be. Never wait around for your twin because you feel like you're waiting for something that's never going to happen. Patience does not mean you wait. Patience means you love your life. You give back to you. You enjoy the now. You're in the moment. That's what I did. I hung around for so long, waiting, not understanding. I was really waiting for my own self. So it's about loving the life you're in now, giving back to yourself, doing things you love to do, embracing each moment, finding happiness, and, doing what makes you feel good. And when you do more of that, you're very naturally enticing to your masculine. And he's saying to you, I do want you, I do lust for you, I do care about you. Everything about you, physically, emotionally, and, physically and mentally turns me on. I just have things I have to work out. So let me message you. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.